guys, breaking news right here. It says that Ipob sponsored have been actually granted, you know, freedom as court orders army to release the sponsor of Ipob. Well, I'll bring you more details about this, and remember that Nnamdi Kanu is also, the leader of the proscribed group, that is the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, and there's been a lot of issues with Ipob that the government have actually been against because they have taken him into custody for some time now, and the court has been adjourned till October 21st. So we're still waiting for his release and all of that. But this sponsor, who is he? Let us find out more in this report. But please ensure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, turn on the notification bell, like, and also share this video. All right, guys, without further ado, let us dive right into the details of this report. Yes, it says right here that the Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has ordered the Nigerian army to release Tochukwu Okeke, who has been in detention since July 5th over allegation of sponsoring the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, and its militant wing, the Eastern Security Network, ESN. Justice Stephen Pam asked the Nigerian army to release Okeke unconditionally. It was reported that the judge made the decision after hearing a fundamental rights enforcement suit that was filed on his behalf by his lawyer, Chinedum Agwarangbo. The court directed the service of the order to the Nigerian Army, the Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, and the General Officer Commanding GOC 82 Mechanized Division Enugu, Major General Tarid Lagbaja, who were listed as first to third respondents in the suit marked FHC/PH/203/2021. The court was in a 26-paragraph affidavit that was deposed to by Mr. Anim Nkem, told that the applicant was on July 5th arrested at the Akanu Abiam International Airport by military officers. Nkem alleged that the applicant had since then remained in military cell at Enugu. That's in spite of the fact that nothing criminal or incriminating was established against him. The respondents have failed to release him or charge him that court or have him transferred to court or have him transferred to the Nigerian police force, and have continued to detain him at their cell without any good food or water. That the men and officer of the respondent have conducted a search of his abide, but all their searches and ransacking of his home did not yield anything insidious or incriminating against him or lend any credence to the vague accusation by the officer of the respondent that he was suspected of being a sponsor of the proscribed terrorist group Ipob and its Eastern Security Network, ESN. That a physical, mental, and emotional health condition of the applicant is deteriorating daily under the notorious incarceration by the respondents. That I believe that there is a grave danger of the applicant dying of health issues or brain complications at the hands of the respondent, except this honorable court intervenes to save his life, the affidavit further reads. That is how the Nigerian armies, keep putting people unnecessarily in detention. A lot of people have gone through hell, staying with the Nigerian police and army because they just believe they have access to do whatever they like. They can do anything to people. They just pick up guys from the streets. It's still happening. That was why there was an EndSARS protest last year by young protesters, because the oppression from these guys were much. You just walk on the streets quietly on your own. These guys can just intercept you, ask you where's your phone. The next thing they tell you, jump into the van, and that is it. Some do not return back to their families. Some do not come back home. If you have money to bail yourself, all good and fine for you. But if you don't, you will remain in that cell. So that is how things have been running in the country. The same thing has happened to this guy that they said is a sponsor of Ipob. They just picked him without having any concrete evidence that he has done something wrong. There was nothing incriminating, attached to him. And yet you put him in cell, torturing him for months without good food, and yet his health is deteriorating. Good that this guy even has people that could actually drag them to court. Otherwise, that is the same cell where this guy would have lost his life and just end his life just like that. And we have thousands and thousands of Nigerian youth rotting in the cells of Nigerian army or the Nigerian police without any concrete evidence against them. In fact, they don't even allow them a lawyer to even stand up for them. That is how bad it could be. If you tell them, oh, I'm going to tell my lawyer, they tell you, shut up. Where is the lawyer going to come from? Who is going to inform them you're here in the first place? They take laws into their hands. That is how terrible things are in Nigeria. So don't ever pray. Don't in any way try to get yourself involved and land yourself in a police cell in Nigeria, because they don't follow the rule of law. So let us not think it is only this administration, it is only the president and others that is not following. The police are the number one problem in this country. The armies, they do not follow rule of law. Just because they are military, they don't care. They make sure they apply force in everything that they do, and that alone has affected a lot of things. There's law in the country. If you arrest anybody, let the person plead guilty. Allow the person a lawyer, so that at the end of the day, if the person is guilty, fine. If he's not, let him go. But in the country today, they don't allow people to have access to their lawyers. Even in our very eyes, we can see the case of Nnamdi Kanu. The last, they were about having a secret meeting. They were about having a judgment on him in secrecy. So you can imagine the level of deteriorating mindset that these guys have. Not just the government, we have the Nigerian army and the police, all in the same category. They don't allow people access to, getting freedom. They try to trample on the freedom of Nigerians, and that is terrible. It is really terrible. A lot of people have lost their lives. Some families are still looking for their children, all in the name of we could not find out. Some are still very much alive, but where are they? They're in the police cell. No access to their families, no access to anything. They just left them there. They'll tell them you rot in this place and we'll bury you. It's that bad. So really, I just hope that all of these things would have to stop really soon. So my dear people, that is it. Thank you so much for listening. Drop your comment, tell us what you think about this, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.